Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I guess it's an understatement to say that I was excited because I was blessed and fortunate enough by ZTE for sending me to CES. Now I spent the first day at CES and then we left the next morning, but we were there pretty much all week, so we definitely hung out in Vegas and had a great time. But while I was there, I gave you a quick glimpse of the Huawei Mate 9 and I actually went and purchased it myself. So here's the Mate 9 from Huawei. This is one of the many devices that I was extremely excited about. And so now I got my hands on it. So I haven't done an unboxing in a very long time. I normally start using the products right away and then give you a review or a first hands-on or first initial impressions. But let's go ahead and unbox this. And then in this video, you might see, there might be two parts to this video because I actually do want to use it and set it up how I like it. And so, but let's get this unboxed and give you a first hands-on, and let's see how much I enjoyed the Mate 9. Now, I enjoyed it at CES, and I just think it was one of the showstoppers there, along with the also famous, probably not coming to the US, Axon 7 Max, but still look for that on my channel. The Axon 7 Max and the Huawei Mate 9 by far were two of the showstoppers that I think. So, two phones from great OEMs that I like, both of them I really like. So here, first on the chopping block is the Mate 9 from Huawei. I don't plan on getting the Pro version, and I don't plan on getting the Porsche design. Those were kind of in the works, but unless they're given to me for free, I don't have $2,400 to give to two phones. It's just not gonna happen. So this $599 product right here that I got, I just walked into Best Buy and picked it up. They had them in stock. They don't have them on display, and if you go to the website, it's gonna tell you that they don't have them, like in stores. But I walked in the store, they had them in stock, so I bought it right then. $599, this gets you a lot. Let's take a look. All right, so here's the Mate 9 in all its glory. Let's crack the box open here. Let's see if I can get this thing open here. So I had every intentions on buying this even before going to CES. But CES just kind of confirmed that this was going to be a great purchase for me. Taking a look at some of the specs here, you're getting a 5.9-inch 1080p display. You're getting a 20 megapixel on the back, and then you also get a 12 megapixel as well. Optical image stabilization, 2x zoom, the Leica optics on here. So this camera is actually really solid in personal use. I'm not just saying that because I'm about to buy it. This is going to be my personal phone. It's not a review unit. Again, I bought it with my own money. The camera setup on here is going to be really nice. Phase detection and dual LED tone flash, laser autofocus. I mean, what more could you ask for? It does run 7.0 right out of the box, so that's good. Pixel count is 373, which is beautiful. So 1 second here, I want to stay on the screen for just a second. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, I'm not buying a phone with 1080p in 2017, or I think it's lame that they released it with 1080p. Listen, specs can only take you so far. What's important at this point is not whether the phone has a 2K or 4K display. What should be important is the quality. And the quality on this phone is one that you're going to have to go and get the phone yourself or look at it in Best Buy or wherever you can get your hands on it and check it out. Put it next to your 2K display. Put it next to your Super AMOLED display. And if you're not blown away or amazed and, you know, something's wrong because this display may be a 1080p display. I said the same thing about the Moto Z Play. And I said the same thing about the Galaxy J7. Those have Super AMOLED displays, and they are phenomenal. I've put them next to my 2K displays, and some of them even look better. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not buying that because it has a 1080p display, that's your personal preference. But I'm telling you firsthand experience, this display is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Remember, I'll let you know when I get a review unit, and this isn't one. I intentionally bought this because I really like it. This phone has everything under the hood that a person could possibly want. You got 4 gigs of RAM. You've got the HiSilicon Kirin 960, which we already know is performing worlds ahead of the Snapdragon 821. Don't know how it's going to be with the Snapdragon 835, but we shall see. 4,000 milliamp hour battery packed in this 7.9 millimeter phone in thickness. So the days of, that's something that you guys should really be complaining about, you know. Why aren't they giving us bigger batteries nowadays? Like releasing a phone with a 2,700 milliamp hour battery in a 9 millimeter body, you know, give us a bigger battery. Again, 5.9 inches on the front. This actually runs Emotion UI 5.0. So, and you get Nougat on here. Now, I've actually become a fan of their operating system because I've been using my Honor 8 as one of my daily drivers for, and this hardware is just stunning hardware. I've been using this phone as my daily driver. That's where my SIM card is at, and I'm going to transfer it to this one. And so the hardware, the software is actually, I'm used to it by now. It's really good. The octa-core processor in here, oh man, this thing flies. 4 gigs of RAM, you know, you've got a dual SIM variant. You can put up to a 256 gig card in here. You've got 64 gigs on board, so I won't even use an SD card. For me, that's more than enough. The phone does shoot in one of our favorite modes, 1080p at 60 frames per second. And it also shoots at 4K at 30 frames per second. 8 megapixel on the back with a 1.9 aperture that shoots in 1080p. So one phone that I'm actually going to compare this phone against is this phone right here. I actually use this phone to record all of my footage at CES. I use the Galaxy S7. These cameras are some of the best cameras ever, and the front cameras are just phenomenal. So I'm going to pit this phone against this one. I think this is probably the best phone I have in my catalog right now, probably, and I'm going to put it against this one. So you will see a camera duel against these phones right here. So enough of the specs. Let's continue to open the box. This thing feels really, really solid in hand. I know you probably don't really care about the contents of the box, and I really don't do those kind of unboxings, but let's pop it open anyway. There's supposed to be a little case in here or something. So in here you've got their fast charge technology. Now I did record some of their I use an Anchor, that's why I don't really use the charging bricks that come with phones, but their cable is a purple cable because, you know, it's just a color, but you know, it's just a color, but the technology is what's important. So you get some nice premium style headphones that I won't use because they're kind of Apple-ish, and those don't do well in my ears. But this cable right here has like a purple thing on it to let you know that you have to use it with the cable, the charging brick that comes with it, or you won't get their technology for the quick charge. So on this side, there's a small little case in here, and I will pull that out and put that on the device. Real thin case, got a lot of grip in here, so you'll have grip on your bumpy cam, 2017 bumpy cam. I think I originated that, didn't I? You got your little semi-ejector tool back there. So we're gonna put all this back because I don't really want to get into all this right now. I want to power on the phone. Let's just snap this case on. It goes around the edges. I probably won't use this case daily. I've actually already got some other stuff going. Let's power it on here. But first I want to take you on a tour around the phone. Oh, that screen is just gorgeous, guys. It is gorgeous. I'm telling you. It's gorgeous. You don't have to take my word for it. Trust me. It is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I also have a lot of things to review, guys. I have a ton of things that I have to review. Now, there is a built-in screen protector on here, and I will be leaving that on there just because. So looking around the device here, you've got a power button here, a volume rocker. You can see how they hid the antenna lines along the side right here. You've got a headphone jack up top and an IR blaster right there. Shout out to Huawei for doing the IR blaster and the headphone jack. I appreciate that. On this side here, you've got your SIM tray, which I will pop that in. And you've got a speaker and a mic and a USB Type-C. And this has another speaker up top. From what I would have liked to see some dual speakers, but hey, it is what it is. And on the back, you've got a fingerprint reader, very small fingerprint reader. Let me get an idea. It's the same size as this one, but it's a little bit smaller because the ring on this one gives it a different depth and feel on there. So let's go back. You've got your fingerprint reader right there, and then you've got the laser autofocus, dual tone LED flash, and the Leica camera setup. You've got a noise cancellation microphone right up top, and the case actually outfits that very well. This color of this phone, this is a space gray is what they call it. And they do have a different version. They have a gold and they have a white. But I'm going to go through the setup here, and then I'll be back to you once I actually get this thing set up and ready to go. So I'll be back. All right, guys, so it is restoring my applications, and boy, oh boy, this phone is just beautiful. And to give you an idea of the size, now this one has a 5.9-inch display, which is basically a 6-inch display. I'm going to give you an idea of the size. Here is my big boy You can kind of see here. Let me take the this little case off of it here. This is a really nice case. I might end up using this, but I think I'm actually gonna, I know which one I'm gonna buy. But here's the phone next to the big dog. Now, this is a 6-inch display, and this is 5.9. You get a kind of idea in the size of the device. So there's a difference in footprint for sure with these phones. This was also 7.9 millimeters, so you can kind of see the difference in how big it is next to this phone. It's a much bigger footprint. So they did a great job making the size of this phone user-friendly. It's a lot longer, it's a lot wider, it's a little bit thicker. This still is a great phone though. But the fingerprint read on here is just ridiculously fast, as you can see. You just barely touch it and it's on there. So it is doing a restore of my applications. But on the phone here, there is some bloat that I'll be removing. Like, I don't use Facebook. So let's get rid of Facebook here. And it removes it. Let me see, it's doing a restore. So let me see what is. Google services need to be updated. Okay. Some other stuff that's in here that I won't use is this right here. Let's get rid of this because I've actually had this before and I wasn't a fan of it. Remove. Deny. Let's see if I can get to do the uninstall from here. Oh, I'm in the, I forgot I'm using the app tray. So there's a lot of stuff on here that's I consider bloatware. Like this TripAdvisor, I'm gonna uninstall this because I don't use that. And I don't use Facebook, so let's uninstall that. The phone is really fast, guys. I am serious. So the phone comes with a little bit of bloat on it, but you can obviously remove it all. So the plus to that is I get to remove it. Because if there was stuff on here, now Best Buy and stuff like that, that's me doing my install, but there's stuff on here that I just don't use. Like, I'm gonna start using Lyft though, because they gave me 50 bucks when I was down there in CES. So I'll use that. It was just some guy walking down the street gave me the card. But I think really what it is, if you're at CES, they give you, it looks like that's pretty much it. Those two. Yeah, those were the two, because I'm installing all of these. Yeah, so just a couple things looks like. Oh, no, there's booking.com. I don't use that either. Uninstall. And let's see what's in here. So you've got the WP Office. I'll use that. So CNN is another one that I see that I don't use. That's on here. A few things that I consider to be bloat, but pretty much there's no bloat. So I'm going to set this up exactly how I have my current Huawei device. This one, I'm going to set this one up like putting my folders and stuff the way I have it. It'll be set up exactly the same like this. But overall, guys, I got to tell you, and this is what I'm coming from using. You know, this is premium hardware. This is really solid hardware. You can see the difference. I'm going back up to a bigger phone. But this phone is a small footprint. It's like edge-to-edge display on here just about. But overall, guys, I got to tell you, this is going to be a phone to be reckoned with. The Kirin 960 is actually really good, man. I mean, let me dim the screen a little bit so you can kind of see, get a little better of the, it's actually really bright in here. Let's zoom a little bit here. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that a little bit. So this is the menu here. You've got airplane mode, dual SIM, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, and then you go to more, and you've got your NFC and some tethering. You got your mobile network here. Going into here, you can see you have voice over LTE, and I'm using it on T-Mobile, so you have voice over LTE. Access point. I wonder if it picked up my access points. There we go. So now I officially have data. It picked it up, and I've got my MMS one there. There's no card slide in the second one, so because this is a dual SIM. It's got carrier aggregation too. So link plus live update automatically override. Okay, yeah, that's fine. This phone is really fast. And if you go to home screen style, you can see I have it set up for the drawer, which is the way I'll probably keep it. But I'm kind of used to having it the other way. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of used to having it the other way now. So that's kind of weird. Maybe I'll switch it back because I'm actually really used to having it this way, you know, so I'll leave it like that for now. But going into settings here again, you've got your display. View mode is in large. You can change it to medium. If I apply that, it'll reboot the phone, and I don't want to do that right now. You've also got the eye comfort, where it kind of, you know, turns it to like the yellowish. I don't particularly like that though. Some people really enjoy that, and some people keep it on, but I do not like it. Font size is normal right now, so I'll be increasing that later with regular use. You got the font style. You can see here the default is over here. You got all these different languages here. This is the L29 model that they're selling, folks, and it does work on LTE with the US. This actually has band 12 for those who are going to ask that. So hopefully those questions don't come up in the video, and because I'm saying it now. So I always set mine to at least 2 minutes of inactivity. Auto rotate. Okay, so next up, the fingerprint reader is really fast too, by the way, guys. So you've got your notifications on screen, turn on screen, notifications are received. No, I don't want to do that. I want to leave them off. Status bar, display the carrier. You can actually turn that off. You can see up there. Some people like to have that off. Some people like to have it on. I think it takes up space, so I'll turn it off. So you see you got icons, method. You can do numbers or none. Display network speed. I always keep that on. You've got battery. I like to show next to the icon. You could actually put it in the icon. Those are a little bit more difficult to see at times, but I like to put it next to the icon so you can see the battery there. And I'm going to run this battery down before I go in and do any charging or anything. Oh, it's sweet. You can swipe from the side over there. Okay, didn't know that. Pretty sweet. And then, oops. You've got navigation keys. I actually like the key over there. I've gotten used to it, so I don't use any of the other ones. Fingerprint reader. I'm going to set up another fingerprint reader real quick. I'm going to add another fingerprint. So I'm going to add the left hand because I didn't get a chance to add it on the other one. You can see how fast that is. Wow. Let's see here. Now let's add a fingerprint. You can see it pretty much wants you to go in 6 parts of your finger, and then that's it. You're done. And you add a fingerprint. This fingerprint reader is fast, guys. Like really fast. Not just saying that. You can use it to take a photo, which I'll turn that off because I don't want to accidentally take photos. You can use it to answer calls, stop an alarm. You can use it for gestures, show notification panel. I'll leave these off because if you know me, I'm not really a fan of gestures, but the options are there for people who want to do that. I'll set up my do not disturb later because I do need that. Smart assistants, you can see here you got the floating dock, motion controls, one hand UI. This is some things right here. Flip to mute. That's cool. Flip to mute. I use those. And then you've got pickup. You can reduce the volume when picking it up, reduce the tone, the timers and alarms. That I don't want to do because I need to use that. Raise to ear. So if I want to do that to make a call, you can do that. I don't want to use those because, again, certain gestures I just feel like I don't want to use. Smart screen, obviously, you can do the knuckle and all that stuff. I don't really use these, so I'm just going to be real and turn them off, but they do have the gestures there that you can use for smart screen, like draw a circle and all that stuff. Open apps. I just don't do it. I'm just being honest. I just open the app. Split screen is definitely one that you definitely want to use. You draw a cross like this, and it'll do firmly. Let's see if it works. There we go. And there you have it. So wow. Pretty sweet. I guess it wants me to. Let's close these. I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. Okay. Oh, it's still in. I'll just drag it down and close it. But yeah, there's some gestures. So let me show you the rest from Smart Assist, Motion Control. That's a split screen gesture. It's on. I won't ever use that, but I'll definitely use split screen. One hand motion. You can do a mini keyboard. You could do a split keyboard, which is a shifting keyboard, which is really nice, which goes left to right of the screen. You got voice controls. I probably won't answer with a call, but the quick call is actually really nice. You just say say the person that you want to call. I use that currently. Got mirror share, schedule on and off, touch disable mode, glove mode. Glove mode is pretty sweet. Might need that one day, so I'll turn it on. Floating dock is just this right here. Like you turn it on and you get this little mini dock right here. So if you have a smaller hand, you might want to turn on the floating dock. You just basically get controls so you don't have to do a lot of reaching. All right, so Smart Assist. Next is just the apps. It should be installing my apps. I know it's not done yet, but this is where you would go to change your default launcher, default applications. You go into here. So if I'm going to change my launcher, see everything is set to default right now, but if I'm going to change my launcher, that's where it would be. For those that don't know, here's memory. So far I've got 47 gigs left, which is more than enough. You've actually got storage cleaner. This will help clean up some things, and you can do that, and it'll clean it up. It cleans up 76 megabytes. So it's basically just going to close out some background stuff, and then I'm finished. App Twin. You know, you want to run two of the same type of apps. You can do that, but I've disabled Facebook and I don't use WhatsApp. Let's see, system updates. Let's allow it. Are there any updates? No updates. So we're on 5.0. And about phone. Let me go to advanced settings real quick. You can see time, date, language, user, simple mode. I don't really want to use simple mode, but this is simple mode. Most phones have that now. It's just kind of like a battery saver too. And then you've got your about phone. So I'm running 5.0 with 7.0. And I've got the octa-core 2.4 gigahertz processor in here, 4 gigs of RAM. So there you have it, folks. A quick walkthrough. Well, not a quick walkthrough. A detailed walkthrough of my new BumpyCam Mate 9 with one of the fastest fingerprint readers in the West. I've got, oh, maybe it is finished because I don't have that many applications set up on my phone. I only put on my phones what I'm actually going to use. Let's go back in real quick. Does this have the 5 gigahertz band? So those that are wondering, okay, yeah, it's still going. Okay, I was wondering. Here we go. For those that have the, or are wondering about the 5 gigahertz band, it is there. It is still downloading a lot of my apps. I keep about 75 to 80 apps on my phone total. So there you have it. This is a beautiful display. This is the the wallpaper that's on this phone. It's basically setting it up to be the same as this. And you can kind of see the difference here in the screen qualities. So if you look at the screen brightness, it's on auto with this one and it's on auto with this one. But look at how much clearer it is on the Mate 9. So that gives you some sense of how nice this 1080p screen is that people keep saying might not be the best. And you know, it's 2017, we don't need 1080p displays. The great part about that is you get a fantastic battery life with this. So let's go into the camera real quick. I'm not finished. No, I'm not finished. So I was telling you how to use the camera and how to get to the modes and stuff. We don't want geotagging because I don't want people finding out Jay's over here. So drop test, yeah, already. Okay, so all right, okay, gotcha. So this is if I want to do the pro mode right here. This is pro mode. But if I swipe like this takes me into my megapixel count and resolution. So let's put it all the way up to 20. As you can see here, I have, if you can see, I've got 20, 12, 9, 9, and 16 by 9 for those, and 4 by 3. And then you've got 9 at 1 and 1, you got 8 and 6. So I always leave it at the top of the line there. And I like watermarks. So some people might not like watermarks, but I actually like a watermark on certain photos. So because I'll change it to my name is what I'll do. I like using the grid. You've got timer, audio controls, touch capture, which I'm not too much of a fan of the touch capture, but you've got object tracking, capture with a smile, ultra snapshot, image adjustment. So let's go back this way. And now you can see, sorry if there's a little bit of a glare, it's very bright in the room, but you can see photo, monochrome, beauty, video, HDR, beauty video, panorama, night shot, light painting, which is really cool. You guys know what that is. Time lapse, slow-mo, and the watermark. Now the watermark down here, it says I'm here on there, but you can actually change that to what you want. So I always put my name there. So if people try to say, well, I took that photo. No, you didn't. Psych, J Will took that, because now it says J Will on all of my photos. So I love having a watermark on there. So let's do a quick snap of some phones here. Let's just grab some stuff here. Wow, that laser autofocus is just, whoo! That is a sharp 20 megapixel camera, and I'll be nice and I'll pop this up on the screen right now. So let me go into Google Drive real fast, and I'm gonna load it up right now on camera. I'm going into Google Drive, so that way I don't forget to pop this up for you guys, because some people say, Jay, you get the quality when you pop it up on the screen. All right, so I'm definitely gonna do that right now. So it is uploading right now. So there it is, uploading. And overall, guys, I mean, that quality right there is good. Let me give you a look at the front camera too. Let's go back into the camera because I didn't give you enough. If you go over here, you can see the different modes. And you go here, I can do standard, vivid, or smooth colors. You've got auto turned on. And here's the watermarks here. You've got the one that I'm here, and you got the date, and you got all these different ones right here. I love doing watermarks. You can do different types, man. You could do weather, food, like you could just do anything, man. You could do them all. You can do the time, which is where I have it set at time and date. You can do sport. These are all different ones that you could put in here. So I like to have it down there with just mine on there because I like to see my name there. And that's just me. I just like to have a watermark on my photos. But let's switch it around to the front real quick so you can see that beautiful camera. Okay, no, let's do, I don't want to do watermarks and stuff on that. So it's not the best. I'm in the wrong lighting to show you the front, but even so, it's actually still really good. The glare on here is so bright in my office right now because I'm actually facing away from the lighting. This is how bright it is in here. But guys, listen, this is a phenomenal device. Now, I use this at CES, and I used it and used it and used it, and I already knew in my mind that I was actually going to get it. I'll be reporting back to you battery life. Now my apps are coming in. I like how when a new app comes on, you see how it kind of like glares, it shines over it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me give you the device again without this case. There you have it. This is the Huawei Mate 9. A little bit of a detailed walkthrough. I know it was a long video, but I appreciate you guys sticking in to watch it with me. So the fastest fingerprint reader in the West is by far going to be the Mate 9. So if I pinch out like this, I can go ahead and kill this one. This is my home screen. So let's get right down to transitions. They're still here. It's on just a basic one now, but you can change it. They've always included some really nice things in here. I just leave it right there for the regular slide. And then you've got some settings here. 5x5 is where I leave it. I think that's just the best way to leave it because you get more on the screen. You can do auto align. And you can do shake to realign the screen. You can do badge icons, set how you want it to do it. Something that's important to some people. App suggestions based on how you use your phone, home screen loop, and rotate. So there you have it, man. I am going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. That is the Mate 9 from BumpyCam, Huawei, and this is going to be a hot phone, man. I'm not going to tell you to buy it. All I'm going to tell you is that it's amazing, and that with extended use that I've gotten from it, I decided to buy my own unit. It's your man, Jay Will. I will see you guys in the next one. Long video, so congrats to the people who stuck in all the way to the end. And if you did stick into the end, I want you to type this phrase out if you can type it out in your comment and let the other people think that they're crazy. I'm like, what are they typing? So if you hung into the end, I want you to type in boogity boop at the end of your comment. It's your man, Jay Will. I'm out, man.